Lord Grovac III, a noble young man, raised in an orphanage in Riften, the Honor Hall Orphanage. Grovac was born in Riften, but abandoned as a baby. He never knew much of his parents, except his father was a soldier in the Empire. As a young boy, Grovac would always cause trouble, breaking things, getting into fights, and pranking the head of the orphanage, Grelad the Kind, who wasn't very kind. Grovac would often find himself locked in a small room, chained to the wall, for days. And when he was allowed outside of the room, he slept outside the orphanage, in the backyard. It wasn't too bad, at least when it was warm, but during the winter, oh, he hated it. He did enjoy causing trouble, maybe a little too much. While Grovac grew up in the orphanage, he had one friend. Her name was Christine. The two dated in the orphanage, and when Grovac turned 18, he prepared to leave.
Please, don't leave me here, Grovac. I can't live here alone. Take me with you.
Are you kidding me? And have the guards chasing us down for the rest of our lives? No!
What will you do out there? How will you survive alone?
I'll find a way, because I can't stay here. Grelad will kill me, or worse, I'll end up killing her.
Promise you'll come back for me?
I promise. I'll return on your 18th birthday, in 1 year. Grovac grabbed his things and left, and a year later, on Christine's 18th birthday, he returned. But Christine was gone. Grovac was torn, so he signed up with the Imperial Legion to serve the Empire.
You should see me when you get
Lord Grovac fought the Thalmor, orcs, and bandits. This war he was in never ended. One day, 3 years after the orphanage, Grovac went to get information and orders from the field commander, his second in command. The general had sent word to the camp, and Commander Firebeard was waiting to pass on the news. Well, friend, what did the general send? Spit it out, man.
There's a bandit stronghold north of here, and the leader Slasher has been raiding the nearby villages with his second in command, a young woman by the name Sticker, given to her for her love of stabbing people with a small dagger. The general wants you to go and deal with them.
Alone? Is he sure?
Yes, sir. He's sure.
Fine. I guess the Imperial Dragon should be on his way then. Grovac set out on his journey, and ended up at the camp. But as he slaughtered the bandit army, the leader escaped, leaving Sticker to defend on her own. She held her little daggers in her hands. One was straight-edged, looked as if it was crafted from an ancient tree. The other one had a strange green glow about it. It made Grovac feel uneasy. He could swear it was whispering to him.
Grovac, the defender of world. Grovac, the defender of world. Grovac, the destroyer of Grovac, the destroyer of He's mine. He's mine.
No, he's mine. No, he's mine.
We will control him. We will control him.
He's mine. Grovac and Sticker clashed weapons, and one heavy smash of ye old dragon's blade against the green dagger shattered it, blowing Grovac and Sticker both back, and making Grovac feel sick. Grovac stood and non-stop voices appeared to be speaking in his head.
We can now destroy the world.
Never again. Never trapped again. No one will ever control us again.
No one will ever control us.
Grovac stood there, looking around, freaking out. Then boom!
Silence, all of you.
The one voice shattered the rest,
Get out.
and was the only one left. Then the voices stopped, as Sticker approached Grovac.
Listen, asshole, that blade was special, so now I gotta rip off your head for breaking it.
Christine?
Grovac?
What happened? Where did you go? Why did you leave the orphanage?
Oh, poor Grovac. I wanted to stay a little longer, wait for you to return, but I couldn't stand the beatings anymore. I had to leave, before I killed her.
Why are you here with these bandits?
I had to do something to survive out here. Not all of us can get a good job and afford fancy shiny armor. Speaking of, why are you here? And what's with the armor? Isn't that your dad's armor?
I joined the Legion, rose through the ranks. Now I'm an Imperial Dragon, a title for the most honorable and brave of soldiers. Soldiers with valor. And I was here to kill you and your boss.
I'm sorry this is how we had to meet back up.
Grovac and Christine left together and worked things out. And after a while, they moved in together and built a small cabin out in the woods, and eventually got married. Grovac being 26 now, he had to return to the army and fight a war against the Thalmor and Cyrodiil.
Please come home.
I will return. I promise.
Either come home with your shield or on it.
Hey, my enemies don't call me the executioner for nothing. I'll be fine.
Grovac left to go fight, and 2 years later he came home. As Grovac was gone, Christine was hunted down by her old boss and a few of his goons, and even though she fought well, she eventually fell to their might. And when Grovac returned home, he walked through their front door and found his wife dead.
Christine?
Grovac went on a manhunt and tracked the bandit leader Slasher. He fought his way through the tower, and when he arrived at the top, there was no trace of Slasher. Grovac has nothing now. No closure or even revenge. All he has left is the image of his dead wife in his head, and the memory of what Slasher looked like. Grovac returned to his army camp and was given new orders to go save a village from bandits. Grovac accepted this mission and left. While he traveled to the village, they were already under siege by the same bandits Christine once ran with. Ran by Slasher. Grovac approached the village and saw the chaos, and with no fear, only the thought of revenge and peace were in his mind. Peace and death. He wanted to join Christine. As Grovac hacked and slashed his way through the army of bandits, he was struck one good time and blacked out. When he awoke, he noticed everyone, every man, woman and child were dead by his hands.
What happened? I helped you out. Who are you? Name's Alan West. I'm here to help you survive, fulfill your destiny, such as I did with the other Grovacs in your family. What have you done? I killed everyone. Fire magic, dangerous stuff.
Grovac knew he couldn't go back home, or even return to the Empire. So he ran. He ran and ran until he found a small cave where he stayed.
I never want to see that blade again. And I'll never use magic again either.
So Grovac dropped the executioner the sword that gave him his name in the water below, and traveled deeper in the cave, where he took his armor off and lived out his life as a hunter. He knew if he was to be put in dangerous spots again, Alan would return and harm more innocent people. So he sold furs, pelts, and meats to make a living. And with his war crime hovering over his head, making him one of the most wanted men in Tamriel, he stayed in disguise. And here, in this cave, is where our story truly begins.